how do you spot a wholesaler? Great question. Okay, so number one, look at the contract that they give you. Number one, right? If they're asking for a due diligence period longer than 7 to 10 days, or if they're asking for 14, 21, 30 days due diligence period, you need to run away from that contract. I bet you it's a wholesaler. I bet you $100 if they've got a 14-day plus due diligence period in their contract, they're probably a wholesaler, and they're probably going to waste your time, or they're probably going to ask you for a price reduction later. And that offer you got on your house up front is a fake offer. It's not a real offer. It's just a bait and switch to get you to sign a contract, and they'll figure it out later, right? So they're just wasting your time, and they're setting unrealistic expectations with you, the seller, as to what you can actually sell your house for. Okay, so look for that. Also look for long closing periods, right? So if the wholesaler is asking for, I would say, anything more than 3 weeks closing, if they're a real investor and they can't close that deal within 2 or 3 weeks, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If they're a real investor and they really have cash and they really have money, they should be able to close on that property within 2 or 3 weeks tops. So if they can't do that and they're asking for if they're asking you for a long closing date, you need to run away. Okay, how else do you spot a wholesaler? Well, first of all, you also need to research them, right? It's 2025. You're on the internet right now. You're watching this video. You can research people. So how do you do that? Well, number one, go read their reviews online. Do they have a website? Guys, it's 2025. Everyone should have a website. You're on my website right now. I've had this website since 2016, right? It's easy to create a website in 2025, right? And it's so simple to put it all together. It takes no time. It doesn't cost a lot of money at all. And then when you're on their website, if it's very kind of generic looking, then maybe you need to question things, right? As you can see, our website's highly customized. We include all of the testimonial videos from not all the people we've done business with, because we only get videos from a tiny fraction of the people we buy houses from. A lot of people are camera shy. They don't want to do a video at closing, and that's okay. We don't force them to do a video at closing. If they don't want to be on camera, we're not going to force them. So the videos that you see here on the page of the testimonials are only a fraction of the people that we've bought houses from. And we make sure that, because these are real life examples and real life people who we have purchased houses from, telling you their real story about how the process went. Okay, so if this wholesaler or this investor that you're doing business with doesn't have any testimonial videos on their website about doing deals, or be wary of the written testimonials, because a lot of times those are just fake. They're not real. They made that up, right? So make sure you're looking at that, reading their reviews, checking them out on Better Business Bureau. Here's another great tip to pick out a wholesaler. Search the deed records. How do you do that? Well, every county in the state of Georgia, you can just search, whatever county deed records. It'll take you to a site. You can usually search by name, and you can type in their LLC in the name search. You usually set a date criteria, or you just pick all dates. And if you don't find any deed records for that particular investor or that LLC anywhere, they're probably a wholesaler. Also, if you want to go a little bit further, you can pay a little bit of money, and you can go to gsccca.org, which is the Georgia Clerk of Courts database, where all of the counties send their deed records to. It's a big, giant state database where all of the deed records go to. And it's like $10 a month. You can sign up and then cancel it later. I have a subscription to it. That's how we do deed research. And you can actually search in all of the counties in Georgia by the LLC name. And if you don't find any deeds for that investor that's claiming to buy your house, they're probably a wholesaler. And why is that? Because most wholesalers who are doing assignments of contract are never actually closing on the property, never taking title to the property. They're assigning their rights to somebody else, and some other investor, some other company is closing on it. So you're never going to find deed records for them ever. Why does that matter? Well, a lot of these guys who are signing contracts are wasting your time. They're going to lock you up under contract, tell you what you want to hear. They're going to make you a fake offer. It's a bait and switch just to get you to sign a contract. A lot of them even do it over the phone. They never even come to your house and claim that they can make you, if someone claims they can make you a real legitimate offer on your house without ever stepping foot in that house and seeing it, I would be wary about that, right? pay attention to that. Make sure you're looking at that. Again, read their reviews, do your research, go check out the Secretary of State website. You can search the LLC name on there, see if the LLC is in good standing, see how long it's been in business. If the LLC was just created like 3 months ago, they're probably some newbie that has no idea what they're doing, right? If you want to do business with a legitimate company like us, fill out the form below. A member of our team, probably Missy, will call you ASAP. We'll just gather a few more pieces of information with you after you fill out that form. Figure out if we're the right fit for you. If we are, we're going to schedule an appointment to come out to your house. We do not make offers to sellers until we have seen their house, because in my opinion, you cannot make a legitimate, real, accurate offer on someone's house until you've seen it with your two eyes. You can't do it. You're not going to make a legitimate offer, because there are going to be things that the seller forgets to tell you about. Look, guys, I've been in this business for a long time. I've bought hundreds of houses, which means I have looked at and made offers on thousands of houses. And a lot of times sellers forget things and they don't tell you about things, or they make the house seem nicer than it really is. And then we come out and look at it and I'm like, yeah, I have to repaint this whole house. You didn't tell me about the kids' fingerprints all over the walls. I can't clean those off. I have to repaint the entire house, and that's going to cost me $8,000, right? So we don't make offers until we go out and see the house. So make sure you're working with a legitimate company. Fill out the form if you want to do business with us. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm Brad. Have a great day. Bye-bye.